Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Even today, I will be discussing about sociology for class 12. To begin with, in our previous classes, we had discussed about the institutional structure, which is your unit 3. And under that, we had discussed about the marriage, and we had discussed about the marriage among the tribals. And today, I would like to discuss a little bit about the marriage among the Hindus. I repeat again, marriage among the Hindus. Okay, now, marriage for the Hindus is not just a social bond, or it is not just a social contract, but it is something which is permanent, and it is for a lifelong process. And that is the reason why it says that it's a sacrament, which means religious bond, and it also has a religious duty to perform. Okay, so there are some duties, as a couple, which they have to perform. And this is the reason why two individuals are, joined forever in order to fulfill the basic aim of life. I repeat again, the basic aim of life, called as Purusharthas. Okay, Purusharthas, Purusharthas, which means the basic aim in life. So they have these Purusharthas and these basic aims which they have to fulfill. Now, what are those basic aims in life? Okay, the first one is Dhamma, which means the duty. In order to fulfill this duty, what they have to do is, they have to do it in a ethical way. Okay, which means they have to do it in a good way. Okay, in a good way. And the second is called as the Artha. Artha means positions. Okay, positions refers to the wealth and the power in order to fulfill the basic necessities of the family. Okay, so Artha is also very important here. The next is called as Kama. Okay, Kama means the physical desires. Okay, when two individuals come together, they make love with each other, and that is what it means by Kama. And the next is called as Moksha, 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 which means the ultimate spiritual release. Okay, I repeat again, the ultimate spiritual release. According to the Hindus, it says that in the cycle of life, in the cycle of life, we have, we go through pain, we go through joy, which means there are lots of ups and downs in one's life. And that is the reason why, it says that in order to release ourselves from all the cycles of life, one has to attain moksha, which means the ultimate spiritual release. Okay, that is what it means here. And the next point that I would like to discuss with you is about the aims of Hindu marriage. I repeat again, the aims of Hindu marriage. The first point that I would like to emphasize is, we have discussed about the marriage as a sacrament. Sacrament means the religious bond or something which is sacred to them. And or samskara marriage, that is what they call samskara marriage, Samskara. I repeat again, Samskara, samskara marriage. Okay, so samskara marriage is a ceremony of purification. That is what the Hindus believe. Okay, and this is one instance through which it purifies, the soul and the spirit of an individual. Okay, so it is only through marriage that this samskara is being achieved here. The next is there are some religious obligations which the couple has to perform, and it has to fulfill. Okay, so the religious obligations which they have to fulfill is dharma, which we have discussed just now. Duty. Dharma means the duty which they have to perform. The next is called as praja. Praja means procreation. Praja means procreation. Procreation means when two couples come together as one, what happens is that they have to beget children. they have to give birth to children. And this is the reason why, this is the second, religious obligation which they have to fulfill, okay? And the next is called as the Radhi, okay? The next is called as the Radhi, which they have to fulfill. So those are some of the aims of Hindu marriage here, okay? And again, under this aims of Hindu marriage, we also have Grihast, okay? Grihast, what does it mean here? Grihast means the sacrifices, and the offerings, which offering of hospitality to guests is what a Grihast should, should perform, okay? So now, who is a Grihast here? According to the Hindus, there are 4 stages of life. And this is the second stage of life, okay? I repeat again, Grihast is the second stage of life for the Hindus, okay? And here, we can also refer this person as an householder, okay? H-O-U-S-E, house, H-O-L-D-E-R, householder, okay? So, Grihast is also a householder. And during this period, what he has to do is that he has to start the family, okay? He has to start a family, and also procreation, comes along with that, and he has to fulfill the needs of the family. Along with that, okay, he also have to perform sacrifices, okay? And this performing of sacrifices, can only come through the marriage. The second is offering hospitality to guests, So all those duties can be fulfilled only when he has a wife. And that is the reason why, this Hindu marriage is as important as it is, okay? Now, the next point that I would like to emphasize is the rules of mate selection, okay? I repeat again, the rules of mate selection, okay? Now, what are the types of rules do we have here? The first is rules of endogamy, okay? The rules of endogamy, E-N-D-O-G-A-M-Y, the rules of endogamy, okay? Here, the rules of endogamy prescribes whom a Hindu can marry. I repeat again, it prescribes whom a Hindu can marry, okay? Endogamy simply means, okay, marriage within the group, okay? Marriage within the group. For example, among the Nagas, for example, if we have tribal endogamy, okay, I can only marry a person belonging to my same tribe. I cannot marry a person belonging to another tribe. And that is what it means here, okay? Endogamy, marriage within the same group, okay? Marriage within the same group. And here, among the Hindus, they follow caste endogamy, okay? I repeat again, they follow caste endogamy, which means a person should not marry outside their caste, or a person should not marry, another partner belonging to other caste. That is what it means here. Okay, so caste endogamy is what they follow here. The next is rules of exogamy, okay, exogamy. So, exogamy, what does it mean here, okay? Exogamy means marriage outside the group, okay? Outside the group. No. For example, if we have exogamy, among the tribals. Now what happens is, in Nagaland we have 16 tribes. Now I cannot marry a person belonging to my own tribe if we have tribal exogamy or tribe exogamy. If we have tribe exogamy, I cannot marry a person belonging to the same tribe. That is what it means here. So, now what happens is that, okay, it has to be outside the tribe. Same thing, they also have Sabinda, okay, S-A-P-I-N-D-A, Sabinda and Sagutra, S-A-G-O-T-R-A, Sagutra, okay. So, this rules of exogamy says that it prescribes whom a Hindu cannot marry. You cannot marry those people, okay. Now, what are they here, okay? Sabinda, okay. Sabinda means, okay, belonging to the same ancestor, okay, belonging to the same ancestor, okay. So what happened is that if you belong to the same, or the Sabinda, okay, you cannot marry that particular person, which means you are descendant from the same ancestor. That is what it means here. The next is called as Sagutra, okay. Sagutra, which means the same clan lineage, which means you belong to the same forefathers, and that is the reason why, you're not allowed to marry a person belonging to Sabinda or Sagutra, belonging to the same Gotra and same Binda. That is what it means here. Okay. Now, in the modern times, we can see there are some people who marry outside their own caste also. Okay, they marry persons outside their own caste, and this type of marriage, okay, who marry outside their caste is called as intercaste marriage. Okay, I repeat again, a person who marries outside their caste is called as intercaste marriage. Okay, so traditionally this type of marriage is not allowed by the society, but there are two important provisions. Hindu Marriage Act of 1955. I repeat again, Hindu Marriage Act of 1955 and the Special Marriage Act of 1954. These two provisions legalized the intercaste marriage in India among the Hindus. That is what it means here. Now, again, there are two forms of marriage again among the Hindus which I would like to discuss with you. The first one is called as hypergamy, 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 or anuloma, Anuloma, anuloma. Okay, so what is this hypergamy and anuloma here? Okay, it is that form of marriage. Okay, it is that form of marriage where the ritual status of the man or of a man is higher than that of the women. Basically it means that the status which is the caste among the Hindus. Okay, the caste of the man is higher than that of the women. For example, okay, if the man is a Brahmin, and the woman is a Vaishya, okay, now what happens is that this type of marriage is called as hypergamy. Why? Because Brahmin is at the top, second comes Kshatriya, third comes the Vaishyas, and the fourth comes the Shudras, right? And that is the reason why, okay, if the man belongs to the upper caste and if the status of the women is low, okay, the caste of the women is low, then this type of marriage is called as hypergamy or anuloma. Okay, now the next point is hypogamy. Okay, hypogamy, 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 or pratiloma, Pratiloma. Okay, Pratiloma. Pratiloma. It's the opposite of the hypergamy. Okay, here the ritual status of the women is higher than that of a man. Okay, the ritual status of the women is higher than that of a man. Okay, so the woman's ritual status is higher than that of a man. For example, if the man is a Shudra and the woman is a Kshatriya, and if they marry each other, okay, this type of marriage is called as hypogamy or pratiloma. Okay, hypogamy or pratiloma. Now, so these are some of the forms of Hindu marriage. Again, I would like to discuss a little bit more about the different forms of marriage again, okay, among the Hindus. Now, there are 8 different forms of marriage. The first form of marriage is called as Brahma marriage. Okay, Brahma, Brahma, Brahma marriage. Okay, now Brahma marriage here, okay, means the father gives his daughter, okay, to a man who is well versed in Vedic literature and also very well behaved. Okay, and that is why, you know, the father gives her daughter to the hand of this man. The next is called as Daiva, D-A-I-V-A, or Diva. Okay, Diva marriage is one where, you know, the father gives the hand of his daughter or gives her daughter to a priest, okay, who perform marital rituals. Okay, so this type of marriage is called as Deva. Okay, the next is Arsha, A-R-S-H-A, Arsha marriage. Arsha marriage means, you know, here the father of the bride, okay, or the girl's father receives a cow or a bull or even the pair, okay, from the man. You know, if he receives it from that particular man, then he gives the hand of his daughter. The next is called as Prajapati, P-R-A-J-A-P-A-T-I, Prajapati, or Prajapatiya, P-R-A-J-A-P-T-Y-A, Prajapatiya. Okay, Prajapatiya means, okay, here, the man or the woman is not paying any dowry. Okay, so the father just gives the hand of his daughter to that particular man. Okay, and then they get married. Just that the father-in-law, or sorry, the father of the woman gives blessings, okay, to that couple. The next form of marriage is called as Kandharva, J-A-N-D-H-A-R-V-A. Kandharva is here the boy and the girl, you know, falls in love, they get married, but they do not get the consent of the girl's father. Okay, they do not get the consent of the girl's father. The next is called as Asura marriage. Okay, Asura marriage here, you know, it is like a marriage by purchase where the man pays a certain amount of money or even a kind. It can be buildings, cars, etc. Okay, and then he takes away that girl, okay, to be his wife. So this type of marriage by purchase is called as Asura, A-S-U-R-A. The next type of marriage is called as Rakshasa, R-A-K-S-H-A-S-A, Rakshasa, means forcible abduction. You know, once they defeat the other kingdom, okay, their relatives and everything, they will take away the girl and that particular man will keep her as her wife. So that kind of marriage by capture is called as Rakshasa. And the last one is called as Paisacha, okay, P-A-I-S-C-H-A-C-H-A, okay. I repeat again, P-A-I-S-C-H-A-S-H-A-C-H-A. Now, this type of marriage is done when the girl is intoxicated, okay, or she is unconscious. When she is sleeping, the man will go and take her, you know, and then he will marry that woman and keep her as his wife. So this type of marriage, okay, it can also be called as marriage by cheating or deception. Okay, so the first four forms of marriage is accepted by the society, and that is the reason why it is also called as K-A-N-Y-A-D-A-N-A, Kanyadan. Okay, K-A-N-Y-A-D-A-N-A, which means the acceptable form of marriage, and this other form are not acceptable by the society. Okay, so with this, I would like to conclude the classes for today, and I would request all of you to stay safe. Thank you so much.